Okay.
Hey YouTube, bit of a special occasion here. I'm over at the JPAC studio. This guitar has been played by Jimi Hendrix. Totally, definitely. I've not even had a look at it yet. Some of this not exactly clean. Yeah. Sounds like Jimi Hendrix is picking it. Does it? Nope. Good. Whatever it was, that was just another string end. Okay, so it's still got possibly one of Jimi Hendrix's picks in it. Yeah, so it's a Gibson Hummingbird, 1966. Yeah, so, and apparently, alright, wow, it's actually, it's really good. So what happened with this was, this chap lived in Woodstock next to Jimi Hendrix's manager, who I assume was Chas Chandler, and used to sell drugs, but didn't do that. So Jimmy would come round occasionally. This is one of Jen's pals. She was like a wee baby, but her mum was there as well. And he apparently used to just glide in and hang about, and he would sit and he'd play. This is the guitar he played. He'd also play it upside down though. And it's I'll play something to the universe on it because Jimmy wasn't alive long enough to hear it, but I'm sure it'd be his favourite song as well. Yes. Just a badge we put on, serial number and everything. Okay, it's not a one piece back. No. Yes, it does have a certain aura about it. I have seen guitars as dirty as this, but generally they're really crap and have been sitting in a garage for ages and are just shit. She's got an adjustable bridge as well. Yes. So, a little bit of history there. Not an acoustic player. So you want me to put a pickup, a Telecaster pickup in it then? Apparently it's a wee bit, oh god, it does smell like an antique shop. I wonder if you can maybe get an air blast in it or something like that, kind of blow out the dust.
But that's what's nice about it.
Yeah. Well, it is, yes.
It's got that musty old smell. If it smelled brand new, it wouldn't have the same mojo about it.
It smells of Woodstock. Doesn't smell of
like
weed, unfortunately.
when you go into an old house and you get the atmosphere, you just soak up the atmosphere. That's what I love about things. But
someone's been using a string winder on it though. Scratched the outside of it. I wouldn't be happy about that if it was mine. But it's amazing just to see one of these things. I don't think this hasn't been played for like 20 years or something. No more than that.
Just don't know. Indra doesn't play it.
But I mean, it makes such a difference to a guitar when you clean it because everyone vibrates more. This one already plays amazing.
It sounds beautiful. It's got such a big sound.
And there was a wee moment where we thought these could have actually been the strings that Jimi Hendrix played, and then some dick goes like that. No, I remember changing the strings in that 20 years ago. Like, that bastard. So we were going to try and keep the strings, and I was going to make something out of it. They're pretty old, I mean, they're 20 years old. They've just been sitting unloved, and the original case. So these have been in the same room in Woodstock as Jimi Hendrix. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh, that's right, in there. Jimi Hendrix's capo. most likely. The most psychedelic capo ever. The case really stinks as well. Actually still got some elasticity. Don't use capos, but that is funky as hell.
So that's been at Woodstock. This guitar sat in the house next to Jimmy's manager at Woodstock, in a house of Ian Haim, who was a producer. He was a music producer, just small time, but he produced a few albums. And not just Jimmy, but loads of people would come in.
You wonder who else had been kicking about Woodstock. But this is, so he actually just lived at Woodstock rather than just...
They stayed there for 2 months.
Did the band not actually live in Woodstock as well? I think they did as well, as in the band.
Jimmy didn't stay there, he stayed...
Bob Dylan and the band were actually in Woodstock as well. That's where their studio was and stuff, so maybe them.
Indra's mum stayed there for 2 months. This Ian Haim, they lived there. They rented the apartment next to him for 2 months. And they were going to get helicoptered in because there was 500,000 people and they couldn't get in. But Jimmy would come in a few times, and other members of big names would float in because they would all be in at the manager and they'd all want...
Yeah, not drugs. Yeah, they would all want not drugs. Yeah, totally. Aye. So you're talking about, on the road again, Canned Heat, and who else was at Woodstock?
She did mention a few, but I mean, so this guitar has actually just come from there, and he died young, and then it came to Glasgow with his daughter, and his daughter is my friend. And it's just sat there because she doesn't play.
Yeah.
I've wanted to play it for 4 years. I've wanted to touch it for 4 years because Jimmy's spirit is on there. And the coolest thing is, in 1968, I was 3 years old. You weren't even thought about.
I was -10.
You weren't even thought about, and that was at Woodstock, and now it's here in a little house in Scotland, and we get to touch it. This is amazing.
Try to play everything I can off the Woodstock, just in case Almo Guthrie played it, because he was at Woodstock. I was at Woodstock. On the road again. I don't know if I can play any Santana. Who else was at Woodstock? I don't want to play Hey Joe, because that's the boring one. Everyone would play in it.
You played that Westfield so well. I don't know how you can say you can't play acoustic.
I'm trying to play Jimi Hendrix songs. I don't really know that much Jimi Hendrix. I do think he's great, but
So it's a lovely colour, isn't it?
It is, yes.
No, the furriness in the case.
Yeah.
Indra said I was to paint the case, and I went, no, I'm not painting the case.
No.
Because it took me ages to paint the last case.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you do. Try and sniff something.
You're going to lick the back. Jimmy's hands were right there. There.
Well, they'd be left there, so. Jimmy, this is the side Jimmy would have seen, isn't it? I can't believe he's upside down,
but his DNA might still be on there.
Yeah.
Call in forensics.
So he's looked at this and gone, there's no fret markings, that's really annoying, because it's a left-handed one, isn't it? I think he could play upside down. There's only markings on that side, though, so it's not
but surely somebody that's used to it doesn't need fret markings.
I need fret markings!
Even experts need fret markings.
I need the fret markings. But I mean, it's totally... It's actually in really good nick. It's just...
It sounds amazing.
Like all the original stuff and...
It really sounds amazing. It rings. It totally rings.
Yeah, and especially seen as...
When you pick it...
I mean, look at that string. It's like that's
they're rusty as anything.
Sitting like that with that string on it.
But I've got Ernie balls to put on it. I've got the new ones. But when you pick it, it really rings. Pick it. Listen to the lower ones.
Try and vibrate some of that Hendrix DNA out it. Well, a bit of history content there. Who else has played one of Jimi Hendrix's guitars? And not even one that's... It's like, this is Jimi Hendrix's guitar, or like even look at Peter Green's guitar, you know, it's been played for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours since Peter Green had it. This hasn't. This guitar, there's no fretwear on it. This guitar has not been played very much.
Because it's been lying for 50 years.
It's been lying for 50 years, so this is still...
Maybe 40 years.
Yeah. So I wonder how many people have actually played it since Jimi Hendrix.
55 years, and I don't know when her dad died, so I guess it would depend on where her dad died after Woodstock, what year he died.
Yeah, but even then, it's not been played hard.
I think she was quite young when he died, so she was 1 year old, and Jimmy would hold her. Jimmy would glide in and he would ask to hold baby Indra.
Yeah,
he wanted to hold her. The
first time you told me that, said Jimmy would come in and ask to hold the baby, and I thought, oh wow, he even named the guitar the baby, and it was like, no, the actual baby. Right,
no, he held Indra. She's blessed him, and she was held by Jimi Hendrix. Okay, he's not a god. He's nothing special. He's no more special than anybody else. But it's just fantastic. The whole synchronicity of everything, the way the universe works, the way it brings everything together. It's fantastic.
That's the thing.
That's what I love about it.
We should wipe this down. We're like, if we're going to clean it at all.
Don't think we should wipe it down. We need to keep it and put it in a glass case.
Yeah.
You don't want to clean it. I don't want to clean it.
No, I don't think you do.
Don't clean it. You're cleaning off all those years. Clean off the little bits of mould, but don't clean off the patina, all the years. If that's a plectrum, it might be Ian's. And I don't know if Jimmy used a plectrum.
Oh,
it's just guitar strings.
Yeah,
so somebody just...
So if everyone buys a ticket for a tenner, you can have one of these old strings that was in Jimi Hendrix's guitar.
Well, you don't know. They might have been on it when he played it, because that might be the ones that the person who changed it over cut off and then they've thrown it in there. Right, Malcolm?
Yep.
There's two, isn't there?
There's two.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So there we go.
What one do you want?
Answers on a postcode.
What one do you want?
I don't mind. But I'm totally use that ball end for something. If I can use it for holding up a string.
Do you want the big one then?
I'll take the wee. You can have the
right,
big
you
one.
take the wee one, I'll take the big one, right?
Because that one's got stuff stuck to the end of it. That's got Jimi Hendrix's nostril hair on it. I'll keep that.
No, but I would need to ask Indra how many times that was restrung. So if it's only been strung, that she's brought it over, it's late, and then she decided one day, well, I'm going to get this strung. This could be the strings that was on it when Jimmy played it. Is there any other bits falling out? There was another bit that fell out, was there not?
Yeah.
Was it not sitting there? Was there not three? No. So we just get two. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. It's a bit of an interesting one. This is the week, but I promised not to play a Telecaster. So it's actually done 3 acoustics in 1 week. That's shocking, isn't it? Cheers. Catch you later.